Hello everyone, this is the Untitled Critic and I'm back with some more Factorio Space Age. This time I'm recording on my desktop just so that we can get better resolution, better image clarity, and yeah, just so I can better display to you guys some of the new upgrades. So in this video I'll be going over the bases that I built, what was my experience, testing the expansion over the last few weeks. What did I like, what did I dislike, and yeah, just generally just an overlook about the various stuff in the expansion. So yeah, first of all, yeah, this is basically my home base. So I know in my Steam Deck video I said that you will have to start from scratch. Well, in my case that was true, and that's a recommended way to play the game. It is possible to just load an older save. So just after I made that video, I received a Steam key for the expansion. So previously it was just like a build that was provided from like Factorio's website. But now I have the expansion on my Steam, and I did move my Steam save files, and yeah, it does load normally into the Space Age. However, there are some things that you need to know about. So first of all, the technological progress here, it's completely different. Again, it's been shuffled. It's been like shuffled around. So for example, the rocket, making a rocket is now much earlier. Some of the stuff are different. For example, there are no longer, some of the recipes have been completely removed, like empty, what was it? It's this empty fuel. Sorry, what was it? What is called? Yeah, the control unit for the rockets. It's been completely removed. Some of the recipes has been altered a lot, and like as you can see here, there are no longer rocket control unit. It's completely removed. The recipes have been changed to how much you need to launch a rocket, how much you need to make some stuff. There are no longer filter inserters. It's now just the features. So just features that you can just add to any inserter you want. Very cool. You can even add to the long handed inserter, which is great. We didn't have this before. So yeah, generally speaking, like things have been changed. So you will go back to your factory. Some technologies would be non-existent anymore. If you spend so much time like just printing lots of control units, then rocket control units, then then that's just been maybe like a waste of time, maybe waste of resources. So yeah, I would just recommend just start a new factory. Honestly, for this factory it took me like 20 hours to get ready to launch a rocket, and I'm a really slow player. I was playing on the Steam Deck, really slowly playing, not really trying to rush my factory. And yeah, so this is my current factory. It's completely solar powered. To show you one of the new stuff that I really love, it's this big mining drills. I've mentioned it in my Steam Deck video. These bad boys can just, they are just so strong. They mine 5 times as fast as the regular, driller, and they have 4 slots instead of the regular 3 here. So you can add more slots. You can, for example, add 3 productivity and 1 efficiency if you want just reduce power consumption. Also here I just added for testing. But yeah, they are great. They produce like crazy, and they have like what is it? It's less draining for resources, which is great. Like it drains resources half as fast as regular driller, so you'll be drilling like you'll be getting more per patch. And yeah, so this is my factory. I'm really enjoying it. This is a rocket, and this is a cargo landing pad. Basically, this is where you receive stuff from space. you can here place a request for it, and it will be received here, and then you can, send it with your robots, or you can just take an inserter and take it out. So it works as a requester and a provider chest, basically, so your robots can just take stuff directly from it. You don't really need to do this. I know I built this, and then I'm like, yeah, I really don't need it. But yeah, I mean, so yeah, obviously you start to make robotics after you make the rocket seal, because again, the technology progression is different. To show you here, for example, once you hit the blue science, then you can just, you can make your rocket, as you see here. And then you make a thruster, and from thruster you can research planets, and then you can, visit the planets. I might be mistaken. I think when I was playing the game, it was like earlier, a few weeks ago, it was like 1500. I might be mistaken, forgetting. Obviously, the game has been like updating all the time. I mean, Whoop is just incredible. Those people are just optimizing the game all the time. They are, they've been constantly talking with us while we were like, playing the game. There were like multiple people, who we were playing the game. We were on like a Discord channel discussing various stuff. Showing factories, showing our scene platforms, space platform, sorry, and all that stuff. So that was really, really cool. I'm really, really thankful, that I've been given this opportunity, because I love Factorio, and yeah, working on it was just incredible. So this is a vessel, my main space platform. These are the asteroid collectors, where you collect asteroids and then you give it to your crushers, and it crushes it to, like, it extracts the resource you need, as well as it gives you a little bit back. I think like 10%, 20%, yeah, 20% back, and then you can just, recycle it back to it, or like in this case, I'm just sending it here to my main hub and then taking it out to another crusher, for example. So yeah, we have different crushers. Generally speaking, for your space platform, you would really want to use fastest technology, like fastest available builds, splitters, underground stuff, inserters, because you really want things to move fast, because real estate in space is pretty premium, because you need to build tiles, first of all, and you need to build a lot of tiles. It's similar to the concrete tiles. So you understand like how much you need to produce, you need to send to space, and you can only send 50 at a time, and it occupies like a weight, and the weight affects how fast your ship goes. So yeah, there's a lot to take into account. These are the thrusters. They take oxidizers and fuel, and yeah, fuel requires water. I think both of them, yeah, oxidizer and fuel requires water. And tell you this funny story. So at the beginning of the game, I didn't know how to make water in space from melting ice. So I literally started bottling water and then sending it to space. It's very embarrassing. Yeah, I didn't want to ask anyone like, how do you get water in space? And then I figured out you can just melt ice. That was funny. Yeah, I sent multiple rockets just with nothing but water. Oh god. Yeah, and then I was just sending back the empty bottles and bottling it back and sending it. That was funny. There have been like lots of funny moments as I was learning how the game works. You know what? Let's just show you guys how you build a space platform. So it's very easy. You just go here. There is like space stuff has its own tab, which is cool. You build a space platform starter pack, which is not really expensive, and then you just attach it here, and you click on new space platform, Calcifer or Calcifer, I don't know. Anyway, okay, that can be it. We can just name it something else, maybe Swift. Okay, let's make this Swift, and yeah, we just launch it. I don't know why I thought of Swift. Actually, I don't know. Just like I was testing it, and I clicked and just named it Taylor. So I'm like, okay, let's just name it Swift. Yeah. So as you can see, my next space platform is already ready. So That's cool. Now, oops, yeah, we go to. Sorry. Okay, here is our new space platform called Swift. You sent it pretty swiftly. As you can see, it just has the main hub and it has like a small chunk around it, but then you will need to oops, sorry, you need just to send some more space platforms to it, but as you can see, you can only send 50 at a time. So there is like a weight limit. It's actually more like a value limits. So different things have like different, as you can see, like one fuel cell is like 100 kilogram of the photon. Like the mining drill, it's like, I mean, mining drill, I'm pretty sure it's much heavier than the fuel should be, but as you can see here, it's generally like it's, yeah. So the value things can really depend on like how difficult maybe it is to make something, not its actual weight probably. And the reason I'm saying this is because I made some atomic bombs here, and you can't send it to space. Yeah, that's unfortunate. It says like it's too heavy, but then again, like your engineer can carry on his backpack, so I don't really think it's heavy. I mean, obviously, engineering can carry stuff. I mean, like here in ammunition, so and it shoots from like a rocket launcher, so I'm pretty sure it's small size, but yeah. So let's go to space. So in order to go to space, you will need to empty all your pockets. Yeah, by the way, this is if you wanted to see how does this oops, this is, you know, oops, this is the rails that everybody have been excited about. Yeah, the elevated rails. Okay, I didn't really actually use much elevated rails so far. I mean, just testing them, but didn't really like utilize them in any way. You also need to give away your ammunition, and then you can click finally this, and then you choose which platform you want to go on. So we're going to the vessel. All right. Okay, so we're here, and excuse me for making taking some time to figure out the controls. Again, I play exclusively on the Steam Deck, so I'm not really familiar with the controls much. Okay, you know what? Sorry, I saw that in my Steam Deck video. Let's go first to Fulgora, since I didn't go there. Yeah, you have here a space map, really cool. It can show you some of, you know, some of the, like a bigger, larger map. Here's the sun, and this is the planet. You can see how far they are from each other's. And yeah, you can see how small and insignificant we are in space. As you can see, our collectors are collecting asteroids and then, you know, giving it to the crushers. You obviously also, you'll want to collect lots of metal and then melt it, turn it into bullets. And obviously you want to store a lot, because sometimes you will run into like a dry time where there won't be any iron, and you don't want your ship to be in danger. So I tried actually first placing laser, but it drains energy a lot. Speaking of draining energy, so as you know, there are now like a quality module in Factorio. This is it. It gives you like higher quality products, like if you add it to the assembly machines. And so, you know, that regular accumulators can accumulate 5 megawatt, and here is like a higher tier ones. Like I have the uncommon ones, which is 10 megawatt, like double, and the rare one it's 50 megawatt, and then there is like also like higher tiers of stuff. I didn't yet unlock it, but that's really cool. Okay, we're not yet there yet. The distance 15,000 kilometers. Yeah, these engines just look really cool. I mean, the details and the animations. I really love the art directions they went with, especially, you know, on some of these planets. So, you know what? Let's go down to Fulgora. I've already been here. Yeah, this is because this is I moved my save file from the binary build that was received from Whoop to my Steam. So this is actually running now the game on from Steam. This is like the latest build. This is like the latest build that you can get also on Steam, and I mean also from the game website. Okay, so this is Fulgora. So it previously had like aliens living here, and they just completely polluted their planet. I mean, this is the future, probably. The first home planet will end up like. As you can see here, we have these alien ruins. You can just mine them, and then you will get like various stuff, just trash sets left over, as well as scraps. Scraps can then be processed, and you can get like all this different stuff. So you can just process it here or in a recycler. And yeah, as you can see. And yeah, there is constant like this like thunder, and you see these little things. These are lightning attractors. They attract the lightning and protect you. So this is like protection area, and you can build your own, which will generate electricity for you. So here it is, lightning rod. Yeah, the ruins, just again, the art direction on this is just immaculate. I love it. There's also like drainage stuff on the side. You can see here. Really cool. I love this art direction so much. For some reason it reminds me of Angel's Egg, you know, the anime. It's like dark and bio a little bit. I mean, it's not like too bio, but like the general atmosphere of it, like, you know, this oceans of oil, just ocean of industrialized oils that you can just dig. You can, if you zoom in, you can really see the color here of the oil. You just have like infinite heavy oil that then you pump using an offshore pump, and then you here, and then you process it into various stuff. Yeah, so here I was making some of these electromagnetic science pack, which you need to unlock various stuff. You know what? Let me show you the electromagnetic. Like, I mean, there are some of these exclusive science packs, and they give you like. We have a mecha armor. We have a mech armor. That's really cool. I haven't yet been able to make one. It costs like 5,000. So far, I've only collected like almost 2,000 of these. So yeah, I still need like more. I mean, obviously, I can with productivity module I can reduce the cost, but yeah, I still need to make some more, and I really want to test this before the final release of the expansion. So hopefully, I'll test it and make a video about it. That's like the first really coolest thing that I've seen when I started the game. This is a recycler where I recycle all this trash. You can actually dig trash from here. Like, there are batches of trash, scraps. I mean, I just call it trash, but yeah, it's just scraps, and you end up with all this like processing units, batteries, because there are no like natural mining ores and natural ores. There is just one specific ore here you find, but which is where is it? Yeah, no, I mean. I mean, this is it. It's holmium. And yeah, I mean, currently it's like stuck. I didn't really create like a good filtering option. I was kept getting locked with too much materials that I didn't really need. So I will need to fix this, but yeah, right now I'm not really. Just trying to show you guys what's going on. Okay, oops. Yeah, I was wondering why I can't leave. As you can see, you can't take with you anything to space. You need to be completely. You have to empty your pockets. So let's go back to our vessel. Okay, Volcanus. Okay, yeah. That's funny. Oh wow, okay, yeah. I didn't yet recharge enough fuel, so usually I leave my spaceship for some time, my space platform. I want to back to it. It's already, produced enough fuel. Although I have lots of carbon, so I should be fine. But I'm draining. Well, I guess I might be okay. Yeah, I think it's fine. Oh, okay. We're running out of oxidizers actually faster than we're running out of fuel. We're discharging also, but we have lots of accumulators and we generate electricity at much higher rates than is it? I'm pretty sure we were producing power much better. I mean, also in space you can have 24 hours sun, so you're always getting solar power. Yeah, so during my first trip to Fulgora, this was my first planet, I left my platform, the vessel went down, and I was stuck there for like a day trying to build my rocket, and the ship was running out of bullets. I was freaking out because if it gets destroyed, then I would be stranded. Obviously, I mean, I can build a rocket there, but I can build like a space platform again in Fulgora, but I would be like, okay, if I send it to space, it will also be attacked, and I won't even have a chance to build anything on it before it gets completely demolished. So I was really freaking out. That's luckily you can remotely change stuff. So I remotely started on my space platform. I stopped collecting anything and I started collecting iron, like these iron asteroids, and the entire platform became just a bullet manufacturer basically, until I managed to get back to it and we left. But that was very, very exciting. Yeah, and after that I became too paranoid, so I built I added more. I also now know where to place him. There is no point in placing turrets here, because you're only getting attacked from the front. And yeah, as you can see, our speed is dropping when we are approaching, and we arrived. Great. Oops. Yeah. Nope. Nope. What happened here? Sorry, did I have no idea. Yeah. Yeah, I guess I left something on. Okay, I messed up something. I don't really understand what was it. Did I go back to our home planet by mistake? Yes, that was pretty dumb. Okay, I'm sorry. Again, I mixed up probably the controls here. Ouch. That's unfortunate, but it's okay. Um, yeah, so Volcanus, you know what, till we arrive, I will just give you a remote tour of the planet. So it has lots of sulfuric acid, and you can then pump it. Pump directly sulfuric acid, you don't need to pump like oils. There's no oil actually here on this planet, only sulfuric acid, and then you can turn it, you can break it down, process it, turn it into heavy oil, and then, you know, from heavy oil you can produce everything. Light oil, then, you know, you get your everything pretty much. Also, you can produce in steam, and from steam you can just extract water as well as generate electricity as much as you want electricity. For some reason I just ignored the fact that I can just build steam turbines, and was just building steam engines, and these took forever, you know, to generate electricity. I mean, they are very weak. So again, that's another moment where I'm like building stuff and realizing, oh, actually I have like infinite steam. Why am I, you know, building steam engines? Like I'm still, again, my mind was you know, with the boiler days where you have to know like you can't build more than 2 per boiler and all that stuff. So yeah, but yeah, you build like a lot now. Oh my god. Yeah, yeah, and also this is where you can exclusively build and place foundries. So this is a foundry. As you can see, it's a really cool. Oh, okay. Yeah, I just noticing like some of the icons have been changed. From okay, this changed for sure from when I was playing the game in the previous old build. But yeah, that's cool. I mean, it's cool they're building like really interesting new icons and stuff. Alright, so what did I want to show you guys? So where is it? Why doesn't it show? Okay, maybe... No? Okay, that's... Alright, yeah. I just want to show you like what kind of recipes you can build here. So if you go here... Yeah, so here it is. I still can't see it here for some reason. Anyway, so as you can see here, guys, you can from the foundry you can just like print just so much steel plates, iron plates, steel, you know, gears, low density structure, copper, everything you can just make here, and it prints it so fast, like so fast. And it doesn't really require much. You only need lava, and you just need this thing is called calcite, I think, and it's available like in abundance, like, you know. So yeah, you might be wondering what are these red things, and I also didn't understand when I arrived. Like I'm like, what does it mean? Like, is it dangerous area? Is there like lava flowing? And then I realized it basically, you know, it's the territory of these demolishers. So yeah. Okay, this time we're not messing up. Yeah, okay, we're not for sure. Should we land on Volcanus? Just, you know, we can explore a little bit on foot and then move on to Gleba. Again, these same Steam achievements are popping here, never mind them. Yeah, I want to pick up a fight with one of those demolishers. Do I know how to shoot? I think you'd shoot by clicking space. Or is it enter? Okay, yeah, probably it was space. probably need to add one more mining drill. Mining drills actually can be only exclusively built here on Volcanus, and then you will need to export it to other planets if you want. Yeah, like each planet has its own like atmosphere, and it's really cool. These are like carbon trees. There are flaming points. If you hit it, it just starts a fire. Didn't I see one here? Probably it's moving around. Yeah. So I assume like there are multiple ones and each one has its own territory. Like they don't leave their own territories. Again, this is a small one. Let's try to see if we can run into a large one. I only encountered like small and medium. It would be cool to see like the scale of the large ones. Also, probably it won't be too close to my to the landing area. I also love how there are like all this acid, like the sulfuric acid flowing from the ground. You can see it. Is there one here somewhere? Yeah, maybe we won't really be. We will need to explore really far to find like a large demolisher. So I actually researched atomic bombs specifically for the demolishers, like to go and fight it, because like I need like there is this important ore that you need to collect from here, and I can't reach it because demolisher was just destroying my driller. But yeah, you can't move. Yeah, you can't move atomic bombs. Or can you? Yeah, here it says too heavy for rocket, so yeah, that wasn't patched. That wasn't changed. I mean, obviously you can just take uranium with you and build it. You can build like atomic bombs here, but you need like uranium, like, you know, it's also expensive to move. Okay, we are encountering another demolisher. This one a medium one. All right, let's get close a little bit, see how does it look. Luckily it doesn't mind me shooting laser at it. It only gets annoyed if I shoot like rockets. It's like each section of it is like completely different segment. You can see the destruction it leaves in its path. Oh my god. This is the coolest structure the coolest creature they added to the expansion, I think, or to the game in general. Like, this is just so cool. Okay, you know what? Alright. Yeah, that thing didn't even scratch it. Yeah, let's not pick a fight with it. Or maybe we want to. Again, it can follow you to your base if you really like keep attacking it, and it keeps following you, so you better not do that. Alright, unfortunately we didn't see a large one, we didn't encounter one, but you will do on your own playthrough, hopefully. And yeah, let's just finish our yes, let's just finish our playthrough by going to Gleba. I would say honestly, Gleba probably is my least favorite so far of the planets. Like, I'm still playing on it, trying to understand like how to do things, but the fact like things spoil on Gleba, like there's lots of spoilable materials, makes it like a little bit, you know, I don't know, like not too annoying to me, but I feel like I'm in a rush to build stuff. There is another small one. This one is too close to our factory. Our area, yeah, this one is belong to this territory over here. So yeah, they are like sections. So this is what I assume, is that each one is like lives in its own territory. It does say like they are territorial, like in the factory media. Yeah, here. Yeah, honestly, it looks much nicer as a game on on a desktop, due to all these extra effects. I mean, obviously, I can turn them on Steam Deck, but I guess it will take some more energy from it. Well, I might eventually do that. All right, what we're carrying, yeah, we need to empty our pockets before we jump into space. Yeah, I've been really enjoying the game. I think like I'm about 80 hours into the expansion so far. Yeah, and I mean, I am 80 hours, right? 77 hours. Okay, I mean, close enough. So is there something that I didn't like about the expansion? I don't know. I just feel like this is the best Factorio ever been. You know, like the technological progress just make way more sense to me right now. Like it's just way better. There were even times where I was like questioning, like, was it always this way, or am I just mixing up things? Just things feel like they're even much faster to make. I don't know. Like where things balanced. I mean, look at. I don't remember this. The lubricant looked like this, but yeah. Yeah. Again, it's like things makes way more sense to me right now. Like how the rocket is much faster to make, how it doesn't like cost an arm and a leg to make like a single rocket and launch it into space. There are some stuff that some people will not be happy about. Let's start with it. I saw some people complain about it. I mean, before, which is the cliff explosions, that it's now like locked behind like the metallurgic, which is from Volcanus. But honestly, cliffs never really bothered me, even in the base game. And I think maybe here, I don't know if it's just like balanced more so that they are not as much. I might be mistaken. I don't know. I mean, generally speaking, I never like blow up cliffs unless they are like really getting in an annoying place. But generally speaking, I just use it as a defensive, like as a natural defense, because it just makes defending areas way easier. So I don't really need to like spread my robots way over everywhere. Like here, I don't really need to. It just makes things way easier to defend, right? It creates some really sometimes interesting like natural like holds and stuff. So I mean, I'm not really bothered by it. Some people will for sure. Artilleries are now also locked behind, the science pack from Volcanus. Again, some people will not be happy about it. And the spider drones are now so expensive to make. By expensive, I mean like they are far off. Where is the spider drone? I mean, you need to get from Gleba, like, yeah. You need science pack, space science pack, and this is super cheap, by the way. It was even crazy broken during the beta testing. Like, I was printing, like I wasn't even trying to you know, to make much, but like a single machine was like printing a lot, like hundreds. It was batched eventually, so it's not really as but it's still like super cheap. Like right now I'm just producing it from just like this single one over here, just one, and it's giving me all the science pack I need. Like really cheap. I mean, I have like, as you can see here, it's really cheap to make. Just single one is just enough. I mean, obviously if you're like building bigger, then it's different. Yeah, anyway, what else? Yeah, just the one from Gleba means that you need to explore Gleba first before you can unlock the Spidertron. So yeah, there is that. There is productivity, which I really love. So I've been using it. You probably noticed here I've been steel plate productivity. Again, I was really wondering, like, what's in the base game? I mean, it just like it means like making plates. It's even like you produce more plates than usual, and you also can cast more plates, which is the casting is from the foundries, and it's like infinite. You can just keep going and going and going, and yeah, you know, it's the same like mining. Productivity, there is low density productivity, there is plastic productivity, like all the expensive stuff, you know, from base game are now cheaper, and they are, so you can just push productivity like crazy. Yeah, I guess, sorry, I'm like started talking about things that I also like, but yeah, again, there is really nothing that I disliked here, really. I mean, the fact that some stuff are exclusive to some planets, that threw me off a little bit, but then I found out that actually I can just build on planets and then ship them. For example, building the mining drills, it's exclusive on Volcanus. The reason is you can only make it in a where was it here? Yeah, you can only make it in a foundry, and foundries are, you know, it needs like high pressure, so you can't really build it somewhere else. Or can you? Yeah, actually, sorry. I mean, you need lava. Like, how will you even get lava all the way over there? Sorry, I keep sometimes like questioning myself, but I'm like, again, things are changing really, you know. So I've been testing the game for about a month, I would say, yeah. The expansion, and yeah, things did really change even during testing, you know, recipes, some technologies, yeah. So, never know. And again, I'm now recording this video like before release, so who knows. Yeah, Gleba is just like so colorful. It's like a painting. It's like an oil painting. My god, this just constant smoke, fog. Sorry, yeah. So there's constant fog, constant rain. It never stops raining. It's just so humid. It reminds me where I live right now. Yeah, and there is just water puddles everywhere. There is obviously some deep water as well that you can't cross. Oops, yeah. Yeah, oh my god, like it's so biological, right? Like, you know, you see all this, you see all the tree roots, how they are going and spreading to the water. Oh my god, just the details on this planet. So there is like Yomako, which is like a tomato. You collect here. There is like some bacterial stuff you can collect here, like Cooper bacteria. show you guys what is it. So it does spoil after some time, and after it spoils it turns into copper ores. Really strange. So but you can like what is it, like you can process it while it's still, before it's spoiled to copper, and then you can even produce even more bacteria. And so this is basically the quote unquote, like, you know, the trick that I would call it here. So I mentioned in my Steam Deck overview that each planet has its own trick. Like, you know, there is no water on Volcanus, there are no iron or copper ores on Fulgora, and here there is also like the trick here is that things spoil to materials that you need, or you can process these before they spoil into even more materials. Yeah, again, I'm still using like an old save here. From my second newer save, like a bit more advanced. I've started building biochambers and processing stuff. I have now lots of iron and copper, plastic as well as a little bit of sulfur. But yeah, speaking of the things that I didn't like, I would say probably this is my least favorite new planet. Like, again, I'm not really a fan of like things spoiling, but again, that's like the gameplay mechanics, so I don't know. Maybe I will end up liking it eventually. But like in case of Volcanus, I immediately landed on it. I'm like, oh my god, I love this thing. I love this planet. So good. Okay, so we unlocked agriculture. I also don't really understand how does agriculture yet works. Yeah, we're now unlocking the other stuff. We unlocked the biochambers by, you know, creating some nutrients. You need 10 nutrients for it to unlock. Oh, okay, now, did they again change that? Did they? Or am I mixing things up? Oh, okay. Yeah, it does say here, crafting nutrients. Oh, okay, you also need to, yeah. Okay, for a second I'm like, okay, did they, was there another change? Yeah, I mean, when I say changes, it's not like some fundamental things were changed. It's just sometimes like the recipes were altered a little bit, you know, just small balances from, you know, from the time we were testing. But again, you know, I mean, this is a reality of having like a pre-release access. Things can and will change, but again, it's been like, you know, one of the best gaming experiences I had, you know, having this pre-release access, seeing how the work behind all that. I mean, I didn't have like as early access as some people did, like some of the Factorio YouTubers, which I also, you know, really, you know, like their work. I watch their channels, but still, it was like really cool to see, you know, the developers, how active they are with their community, and, you know, interacting and talking and asking. And like, I was having a little problem, and then I was asking something, and they were immediately just like, you know, multiple developers were immediately just talking to me and openly, you know, asking, okay, what's going on? Can you send us like a save file to see what did you do here? Again, they were like super cool, constantly, you know, wanting to hear our feedbacks and stuff. So just incredible. I mean, you can tell like the work behind Factorio is just there is so much. Okay, I mean, we can just right? We can just make some of these. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, and obviously, when you land on a planet, you start all over from scratch, and you can't go back. You can't leave the planet basically till you build a rocket. So this is your first priority. Is just this. I mean, obviously, your first priority is probably like survival, at least in hostile planets like this. And if I'm not mistaken, like um, the what is it called, like the pollution works completely different here. So there is no pollution from um, there's no pollution from reducing carbon dioxide, because I mean the surface of the planet is already so rich with carbon dioxide, so it doesn't really care. But like for example, harvesting stuff, agricultural stuff here, that's the stuff that can attract the animals. Are the animals? I mean, I don't know what they're called. It's I mean, this stuff. I mean, these organics. They're called the regulars. Yeah, we have these bad boys. Yeah, my Steam on my Steam Deck video, I was killed by like one of those guys, the smaller ones even. Like, oh, there are these big boys. Supposedly these are also can be evolved, like, from you doing so much agriculture. Again, this is a very biological planet. Oh my god, just the details on these roots and everything is just so colorful and so interesting. It reminds me of, for some reason, it reminds me of that, like some of these, sci-fi alien movies. Yeah, when like astronauts go and explore these jungle-like, with some weird colors and stuff. Really cool. All right, guys. I think for exploration that's about it. And now I just, like yesterday I started like when I was recording, I was talking about like I was trying to ask a question and answer it at the same time, which is should you go to get the expansion if you've never played Factorio before? So I would like now to give like a longer answer, or like a more detailed answer. And I would say, honestly, oops, you know what, let's just stand somewhere nice and have a nice scenery as I gather my thoughts. I would say, honestly, the expansion, it's not just new content, it's like it's implemented so well into the base game. So let's say you are completely new to Factorio, you never played Factorio in your life, and you're like, shall I get the expansion? And I would say, yeah, why not? Because you don't really have to go to space immediately. I mean, you can spend like 100 hours, 200 hours on your starting planet here. You can build your base, you can take care of it, you can build robots, you can secure it, you can build all kinds of stuff and all kinds of technology. You can have a rocket ready, and then, you know what, whenever you want, you can just go and explore planets. There is no rush in it. You don't just have to, jump immediately into exploring space. Like, space can wait. There is no time limits. There is really nothing stopping you. I mean, the only thing that's eventually you will run out of is probably like new things, new technology to research without the other stuff. But I mean, I'm like 80 hours into the game, and I still have stuff that I'm still researching from starting stuff, especially with the space science. I mean, the space science can be researched without you leaving to space. You can just send like a platform, like I did, and collect space science, like here. It just automatically works. So yeah. Huh. So why am I not collecting any? Okay, I see. Yeah. I'm like wondering, why am I not collecting any carbons? I not need carbons? Am I missing up something? Or was there something here? A filter? Yeah, I think here I was like reducing too much. Yeah, okay. No, that's carbon. Ah, okay, I see. Yeah. Yeah. I think I. Yeah. Oh no. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Again. Yeah. Probably just change this to only collect irons and not copper. But yeah, anyway, what I was saying is that you really don't need to rush into space. You can just take your time, build like a base, add some concrete, make it nice. Go fully into solar panels, and you don't need to, worry about running out of, nuclear power cells, or running out of, fuel in general. Like here were my boilers, and now I completely just removed them. And yeah, and then you can go into space. But I would say this really space age just feels like an essential part of Factorio. Like it's very hard for me right now to imagine that like everything you build here doesn't eventually leads you to going to different planets. It just feels like this is how the game was always supposed to. I mean, there was always a rocket, right? The goal of the game was always to leave, right? I mean, this is it, to send rocket into space. So it makes sense that now you can leave this planet and go somewhere else, that you can finally escape where you crashed. So for me, it just makes sense. It just feels like a very natural progression of the game. It doesn't feel like like, oh, it's like a mod, something that's been added as an extra. It just feels like this is how the game was always meant to be played. And I'm just absolutely loving it. I love the new changes, how they added the inserter stuff, they added the filter to the inserter. They really trimmed the annoying parts, like the filter inserters. I was not really a fan of it. Like I was just making it by hand whenever I needed one. It didn't have like a long handed version of it. But now it's just like, you can just add it whenever you want. You can just, it's a feature now. It's no longer an inserter, it's just a feature. You can add to any inserter. The rocket control units, I really hated those. They were like taking too much resources. And I think the game would have been so annoying to make. But now it's just so cheap to send rockets to space. I mean, you can send like crazy. It's just so cheap. Like seriously, I'm like 20 hours into the game and I'm like, I have like infinite resources to send as many rockets as I want. It's just crazy, right? So yeah, I'm absolutely just loving this expansion. Right now, as I'm recording this video, I'm working on my review, which I'll publish on my website. There will be a full written review. You can go and read it. It will publish on the 14th of October, basically the same date as this video is released. I'm now recording it like a few days earlier, just to have time to upload and have it ready to be released right on, when the embargo lifts. So the developer just asked to have like an embargo, not just to spoil things immediately once we started playing. So obviously I'm respecting their request. And yeah. But again, I'm like, they never even asked me to anything really. I mean, the only thing they ask me is just like, hey, please just don't spoil things, before the 14th of October, like 1 week before launch. But otherwise, they're like, you know what, you can do whatever you want, you can write whatever you want, you can, give whatever score you want, you can, they were like, they never really asked me anything. So they were very transparent. And they said like previously they were like, okay, you know what, we also don't want to spoil the last planet. And I think you might have heard this from other YouTubers who were, got even earlier access to the game. But now they even went on. I think last night they published the name of the last planet, the fifth planet. So yeah, there is that. Actually, in space map, I can see that there are like other stuff you can explore as well beyond the fifth planet. So what are those stuff? Are they only like space? You can't visit them, or maybe you can't land on them. I'm not sure, but I really, really so interested to visiting them. But they are like so far. I will need like more thrusters for sure. Yeah, one last thing I wanted to say is that I was playing like the native Linux version of the game. So by the way, this is if you're wondering, this is a Windows version of the game. So I was playing the Linux version of the game on Steam Deck, which was downloaded directly from their website, not through Steam. And some of the GUI was not like to scale. Like I was, you might have noticed yesterday from my video on. Sorry, I'm saying yesterday, but like you probably will see this video the same time as the other video. But anyway, that some of the stuff, the GUI was not exactly to scale. Like it was like cutting a little bit around here. But that has been changed now. That's been fixed because now they released a Steam version of the game as well. So again, it's just perfect. I mean, those people, the way they optimize their games is just put game companies to shame. I mean, they publish their games themselves, they optimize it like crazy, they just work on it non-stop. It's just amazing. And yeah, I mean, we all know like Factorio can run on any PC, right? It just runs crazy. I mean, it runs on Switch at 60 frames per second. That's crazy. Alright guys, so that's it for now. I really hope you enjoyed this video. I'm sorry, maybe it was a little bit boring, maybe I'm talking too much. I don't know. I'm just so excited about Space Age and wanted to share with you my thoughts and what do I think of it. Hopefully you find this video, it gives you enough information, you find it enjoyable. If you did, then I would really appreciate a like and subscribe, leave a comment, let me know what you think. It's really, again, I'm not even like, too much into the YouTube things of making videos. As you can see, like this video took me like 3 weeks, till I made it. I was just busy playing Factorio Space Age. It was just so crazy, I was like eating, drinking, sleeping, just Factorio all the time. So yeah, I'm really loving it. I'll continue to play it till the date of release, and hopefully we'll have like more hours into it. I will have like a full vision of it, and then I will have my full review of the game. So yeah, I hope you can visit my website, read the reviews over there. And yeah, guys, we'll see you next time.